Hey y'all, my name's Bree. This is my first YouTube video that I wanted to start on this channel. I wanted the channel to be for people with different types of disabilities who are struggling. I don't have a lot of resources to talk to other people in my situation, and I'm just really tired of doing this alone. I have had a chronic illness now for over 16 years, and throughout that time, it has been the hardest possible 16 years of my life. I can't imagine this being forever. It's hard to really remember life before this. I feel like things just don't change, and it's hard for me to feel hopeful for any kind of future after this long. More recently, I lost a relationship because of my condition. 2 days ago, my boyfriend basically left me. He did not have any desire to talk about the things that he was concerned with, that I struggled to do. I didn't really know his feelings until right before the end, when I was going out of town to stay with my family for a long period. So coming back and not seeing each other and having this information delivered to me over the phone was hard. I feel like I'm kind of at the end of having hope for finding someone. This is the only person that I have given any sort of my heart to or truly trusted to my core. We were together for over 6 months, and I did not think there was a chance in hell that this person would do something like this, that they would have no desire to communicate with me how they were feeling along the way and just drop this bombshell and say, that's it, it's just not going to work. Talk themselves out of me, essentially. So the last 2 days, I've really hit rock bottom. I also lost my job the day before I left for my trip to visit my family. So within a 2.5 week time span, I feel like I've lost everything. I literally don't feel any sort of hope for any aspect of my life right now. I haven't felt this hopeless and this lonely in a really long time. I have cried the last couple days more than I have in a long time. I've had to dig, see, there we go, very deep to even just get up in the morning. And I think my struggles with all of this is trying to find a sense of community and hope that someday someone will accept me this way, because I look like everybody else and no one can tell when you have an invisible disability. Nobody knows, I walk down the street and I look fine. So having those limitations that I don't know how to present to someone, because I have tried and clearly it didn't work. They lost interest after a while, of, debilitating fatigue, not being able to stay out all day, all night, things where I get tired, I have to lay down, brain fog, needing an excessive amount of sleep, the difficulty even working the 4 weeks that I was in my position. I took this job because it had been over 4 years and was only in it for 4 weeks, and I had a bad feeling about it from the get-go. The reviews online were bad. It was very complex, but I felt like I had to take this risk. So I quit my 1099 job working for a company that helps people with disabilities and offers employment and education services. I quit that job. I had a really easy childcare job with a high school girl. I used to stay with her when her dad traveled. So I quit those jobs and lasted 4 weeks. And here I am. I have no income, really no draw to do anything right now. I'm so deep in a hole of just sadness and hopelessness that I don't really know how to pick myself up. I haven't felt this bad in a while. I've definitely felt bad, but the purpose of this conversation is I just would like any advice or success stories, anything of how to find someone with a disability who will accept me the way that I am. Because I've tried, and it looks great at first, and as soon as stuff starts showing up, and you start working full time, and you can't do all the things that you want to do, and it's just, that's it. The struggle of even having a social life when you work full time, even from home, because of how tired I am at the end of the day. It's hard because I feel like I've been called independent so many times. You're very independent. And I'm not independent because I want to be. I'm independent because I've always had to be. I've never had anyone I could lean on, anyone that really cared enough to, get to know me enough to where you accept the good and the bad. You're not just with me on the good days when it's easy and fun, but you're there for me on the bad days. And I really took my walls down in this relationship, and I was very forthcoming about my struggles and the struggles that I had, especially when I started working. And it's hard when you feel safe with someone and you feel like they're such a loyal person that they would never, just back away and would at least communicate concerns or talk to you, and they're just gone. I think losing a relationship with someone that you talk to every day for so long and see consistently, it's like, I said this before, it's like losing your best friend. And that's what I told him. I feel like I've lost my best friend, and I don't feel that it is easy for me to just go on in a normal state of being right now. I really, really struggle to get through the days right now. It's only been a few, but I'm really struggling to not break down in tears. And I just don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't care what happens to me. I don't care if I run out of savings and I'm just living on the street in a tent. Like, I just don't care. I don't care if I find a job. I feel so disillusioned by just the lack of compassion and empathy that people have when you have a disability for how to even present myself to someone anymore. Because if I'm honest and tell the truth, they're not going to stick around. And I can only hold up a facade and be a fake healthy person for so long before someone notices. So I just would love to know how you're meeting people with a disability. They don't have to have a disability. I'm fine meeting someone who does not, but I need someone who is at least empathetic and understanding. And I truly have not found that. I find that everyone is just looking for the next easiest situation. And if you can't present everything in this beautifully gift-wrapped box with a shiny bow, they don't want to stick around. They don't want to be with you. They don't want to talk about it. They just want to move on. And so trying to start with someone in that situation is hard enough, and ending with someone who, when you've been in that situation, is so much harder. I would love any kind of encouragement and advice, because I'm not in a wheelchair scooting around or in crutches. I don't look like I'm fighting for my life, but I was for many years. And the state that I'm in now is the best state I have been in 10 years. And I try to be appreciative of what I have in the moment, but still having so many restrictions and barriers. There's so many things I wish I could do. I wish I could just go out on a Friday night and have drinks and stay out till 1 a.m. and wake up in the morning at 8:30 and feel fine and enjoy my Saturday. But I can't do that. It's difficult for me to even stay awake late physically. And if I drink a lot, it messes up everything with my immune system. So I know, as much as I wish I could do that and just have a break from reality and go dancing, it's just not realistic. And so I think I need someone who is okay with the fact that I cannot drink excessively or drink at all, really. I drank on my birthday this spring, and that's it. I haven't drinking in a very long time since that. I would say almost 2 years. And so I'm just hoping that there will be a resource from this channel, and that someone will actually watch it, of people who have advice and encouragement, because I'm really, really hurting, and I don't have a community. My heart is just so broken. And I want to feel good. I want to have some hope that things could get better. You know, that there's someone out there who will love me for me despite everything. So anything you guys have, I'd love to hear your support.